Hey folks, so I want to take a few minutes and talk to you guys about the new unit profiles that we're going to be seeing. Some of it's going to be old school stuff, and some of it's going to be new school stuff, and some of it's going to be same old, same old. So with that said, let's dive right in and take a look at what the community page has posted on these new unit profiles. So going down, we're going to see some examples here. There's an example for our tactical squad. When we're looking at our Space Marines, we're going to see right off the bat that movement. Movement is going to be in inches, of course, so we're going to see 6-inch movement for these guys. I was pretty surprised to see this because I was thinking they'd be more around 5 inches or so, because usually like a standard number is 4 for a lot of stats, or 3 or 4, and I was expecting kind of like Guardsmen to be around 4, Space Marine 5, Eldar 6, but much more, so we're looking at 6 inches, so maybe we'll see those Eldar at 7, 8 inches. We'll see. Harlequins, please be 8 inches. We'll see. Your weapon skill and ballistic skill, what they've done is just added a specific stat that you're just going to be rolling on. So we can see here that our Space Marines are going to be rolling on 3+ to hit for their weapon skill, and 3+ to hit for their ballistic skill. We got the standard strength, toughness, our number of wounds, and our leadership, as well as our save. So some old school stuff, some new school stuff, and some stuff that's we're already basically familiar with. Now here's where things really change, is when we're talking about the dreadnoughts, the vehicles, and what's really cool about this, we're going to see some things like the Gorkanauts being much tougher, much more resilient, and I think that's going to make a lot of the Orc players very happy. So taking a look at this dreadnought here, we can see that he moves at about 6 inches. We've got our weapon skill, ballistic skill hitting on 3s. We have our big one that we really want to take a look at is our wounds. So here we can see 8. Now, one thing for sure is they mentioned the stats are not capped at 10 anymore, so we could potentially have vehicles ranging in multiple numbers of wounds, so maybe even up to 15 wounds, if not more. So we're going to see how that turns out. So right now, our Dreadnought guy here, he's sitting at 8 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership, and our vehicles now have saves. So when we're talking about getting going up against these vehicles or using these vehicles, we're going to be rolling to hit depending on what our number is in our stat, and then we're going to be wounding them and using the weapons with the various different modifiers. Some weapons are going to cut right through armor with the various different modifiers they have, and then of course we're going to have weapons that potentially cause multiple wounds with one shot. So similar to what we've seen with our D weapons. So those really, really strong, powerful weapons could potentially cause multiple wounds, whereas the lighter weapons like our last guns might only cause 1 wound. Well, if it's the last gun, probably half a wound. Let's see now. Robuto here, our good old friend, good old Gilliman. His movement is 8 inches, so he's a pretty fast guy. You can see his weapon skill and ballistic skill hitting on 2s, his strength, toughness, but his number of wounds, we've got 9 wounds on this guy, so he's going to be hard to cut through. He's got 6 attacks, leadership 10, and then his save is going to be 2+. Here's an example of a Terminator. The Terminator here has a 5-inch movement, so they're a little bit bulkier, a little bit slower, makes a lot of sense. Our weapon skill, ballistic skill at 3+. We've got our regular stats, but one thing I wanted to go down to is the wounds. So this is pretty cool. Those tougher, resilient units are probably going to be seeing more wounds. So we can see here Terminators have 2 wounds. And we're probably going to see Terminators on table a lot more with stuff like this going on. And of course our saves are 2+ for them. So one big thing they did want to mention on the page is things are going to die quickly, because there's going to be powerful weapons out there that are going to cause multiple wounds, cut right through armor, things like that. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little touch base on what the Warhammer community has posted on profiles. If you like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. Did I miss anything? Did I catch it? Yeah. So yeah, with that said, I will talk to you guys later, and it's an exciting time for 40k. Bye now.